Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh Hashem, Yahshua Hashem, Rakakudah, Shalom to the 144,000 rest of the elect out there. Shalom to you all. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this video, The Israelites Did Not Go to Egypt in Ships in 70 AD. So you done, vocab. So I typed in, and this is from a video that I saw a couple of hours ago that Apostle Ramlab put up, and it was like a 30-second video, 18-second video, whatever. But it was put up by another member, brother, elder, whatever his rank is in GMS, and he found out something. Now I explained this. I said this in previous videos recently that it wouldn't make any sense. Here's Jerusalem right here. It wouldn't make any sense for them to go in a ship and sail this way. So what the Spirit gave to the brother, the elder, the teacher, that there was an actual trade route from this area all the way up. Got Jerusalem. You got, I can hardly see these. Well, you got Haifa. Today it's called Haifa, Beirut, Damascus, which Damascus goes back to the ancient world. So that's the route that it took. And it was right off the coast of the Mediterranean. And it was called the Via Maris, which is Via meaning way, and Maris is a sea. So it says, so I typed in Israelites went to Egypt in 70 AD via Maris, by way of the sea. It says via Maris is one modern name for an ancient trade route. So they traded the Israelites. Now, if you go into the Josephus, they took all the male Israelites during that siege that were over 17 years old. They sent them down to Egypt and they sold them. So the fulfillment of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 68 is not the Israelites being sold into captivity under the Egyptians. It's a dating from the early Bronze Age, linking Egypt with the northern empires of Syria. So as you go further south, north, it's Syria, Anatolia, and it doesn't say anything else as you go down. It says, so here's the reference to Deuteronomy 28 and 68 fulfilled in 78. It was not fulfilled in 70 AD because they didn't go into captivity by ships. They went through this trade route. It said the Via Maris translated to way of sea, right? Via, way, and sea, Maris. A name given to it by the Romans. This was during the time of the Roman Empire. Was a coastal path and trade route. It was right off the coast of the Mediterranean, right down into Egypt. A coastal path and trade route, commerce, commodities, the trading of commodities, the buying and selling of commodities. By the way, during 70 AD, the Israelite males were sold. So the fulfillment of Deuteronomy 28:68 is not 70 AD. It's the slave trade, the transatlantic slave trade. So it says a coastal path and trade route or route which connected civilizations It it it's beating dirt roads dating back to the Bronze Age, 300 BCE to 1200 BCE, carried the most beautiful wares, including slaves and groundbreaking ideas of the ancient ways. Let me see what this says. Where did the Israelites go after 70 AD? Because remember, they fled, right? Flee when you see the abomination and make us desolation, flee into the mountains. So it says, so they fled. The ones that took heed to the prophecies of the Messiah. It says they experienced 2 exiles after the destruction of the first temple in the 6th century BC and of the second temple in 70 AD. 2,000 years of wandering brought it should be Israelites to Yemen. So you got Israelites in Yemen. Morocco, Israelites in Morocco, which is northwest Africa. Spain, Germany, Poland, and deep into Russia. Those were the barbarians and the Scythians. So the founders of Russia were Jakes. Matter of fact, Russia is two Hebrew words meaning chief prince. Ra'ash Shah. The water to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai for revealing that to me. What happened to, it should be Israelites in 70 AD. Let's see what that says. The Jews led a revolt and occupied Jerusalem in 66 CE. This was during the time of Nero. Nero was living at that time, and he had a great hatred for the Israelites and the Christians. Initiating the first Roman-Jewish war in 70 CE. This was during the time of Vespasian and Titus. Titus was the general and the son of Vespasian. The Romans reclaimed Jerusalem and destroyed the second temple, with only a portion of the western wall remaining. Though recent archaeological discoveries date portions of the wall to later periods. It says here, how was Deuteronomy 28:68 fulfilled in 70 AD? It wasn't. Deuteronomy 28 and 68 took place during the transatlantic slave trade during the as far back as the early 1500s, because they started bringing West Africans, which were Israelites, to Santo Domingo in the early 1500s. Some scholars say 1505, 1510, 1515. So the Southern Kingdom was being taken into slavery to the other side of the world. So the fulfillment of Deuteronomy 28 and 68 is, the American slavery. In 70 AD, were the Hebrews. Yes, this was literally fulfilled when Titus destroyed Jerusalem. No, because they didn't get on ships. It specifies ships. They took a trade route. Titus destroyed Jerusalem in 70 AD and ship. Now, there could have been some that got on ships, but they mainly went on trade routes. And it would make no sense for them to hop on a ship. The Palestinians are fleeing into Egypt. They're not getting on ships. And plus, they were sold. During the time of 70 AD, the Israelites were being sold in Egypt and shipped hundreds of Jews to Egypt by ship. Josephus reported this. Let me do this. Israelites, 70 AD. Israelites, 70 AD. Via Maris. 70 AD. Israelite slaves sold by the Romans using the Via Maris, which is, let me do it this way. 70 AD, Israelite slaves sold by Romans using the Via Maris. This is the Via Maris. Right here. That's Jerusalem. Jaffa. Sidon. Tyre. Sidon, Tyre. So they were off the coast of the Mediterranean into Egypt. Network of roads in the ancient Roman world. So let me see if I can find it. Okay, they're not really showing you Israel and Egypt and Africa. Another picture of this trade route. See where those dots are? That's the trade route. So they bought and sold all up and down this trade route right here. And they would go right into Egypt. So they didn't go in on ships. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom. On to the next one. Shalom.